What's up, YouTube? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. All right, we got a tall task today. This has been requested so many times. Roman's Revenge featuring Eminem off of Pink Friday. Must be a cloud passing by. I feel like it got darker. Yeah, then it got brighter. So I got the lyrics video here because I feel like I need it. I don't want to keep looking down at my phone. I just feel like, I don't know, I just don't like the way the videos look when I'm head down. So we're gonna do the lyrics videos, that way I can look up. I know this is gonna be tough. Like, Nicki Minaj is tough enough as it is, like on her own. Eminem, I think, is one of the tougher ones as well, in terms of like trying to catch lyrics and you know, sometimes his delivery is very fast, which makes it even harder to catch lyrics. But then you get two people who are very talented and skilled and capable on a song together, and they're going to elevate each other. So I expect the A game from both of these guys. I think this is going to be tough, but you know what? We're here. We're going to give it a try. I was about to start recording, and I was like, you know what? I need to go get some caffeine. So I got my pre-workout drink here. It's got a bunch of caffeine in it, and then, you know, hopefully maybe get a workout in today as well. But let's check it out. Roman's Revenge. Ooh, I like this beat so far. Yeah.
I am not Jasmine, I am Aladdin. So far ahead, these bums is lagging. See me in that new thing, bums is gagging. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon.
This beat is nasty, but I can already tell this is going to be a little bit tougher now. I'm not Jasmine, I'm Aladdin, so we know that the Aladdin reference there. So far ahead, these bums is lagging, like they're lagging behind. A lot of this stuff is kind of just like, you know, up front. There's nothing too crazy just yet, but you're already kind of seeing like the reference heavy intro. Like, this is 4 lines in, there's a lot of reference already. And then the dungeon dragon here. Okay.
Bums is lagging. See me in that new thing, bums is gagging. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon. Rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon. Look at my show footage, how these girls be spazzing. So fuck I look like getting back to a has-been. Yeah, I said it, has been. Hang it up, flat screen. Plasma, hey Nicki, asthma. I got the pumps, it ain't got.
That's dope. That was dope. That was dope because she set that last line up with this line all the way back here, right? So this line here, the hey Nicki, asthma, she set that up all the way back here. So look at my show footage, how these girls be spazzing. I was talking about like her fans like going crazy over her, right? And then so we go here, so she says has been, then she says a different has been. Hang it up, flat screen, that's to get that rhyme going. Plasma, so that's the type of flat screen. Especially back then, there was a lot of plasma. Now there's like the LED flat screens, and then the QLED and OLED, and so many different ones that I don't even know what's what. But back then it was a plasma flat screen, right? And so like, because she said, look at my show footage, how these girls be spazzing, and then this line, she delivers it, hey Nicki, asthma, but she says it very breathy, like out of breath. That's dope.
Plasma, hey Nicki,
Yeah.
asthma. I got the pumps, it ain't got medicine. I got bars, sentencing. I'm a bad bitch, I'm a cunt, and I'll kick that hoe, punt. Force trauma, blunt. You play the back, bitch, I'm in the front. You need a job, this ain't cutting it. Nicki Minaj is who you ain't fucking with.
Okay, I'm trying not to stop at every 4 because I could stop at every 4. So I'll try and let like 4. Maybe I'll try and let 8 lines go by and then go back and just look at it. But I got the pumps. So pumps are like heels, right? High heels, I think, or like types of shoes. But pumps for like medicine, like to deliver medicine. So that's why that's there. I got bars, sentencing, bars like rap bars, sentencing, like sentences that you write out that are bars, but I got bars, sentencing, like you're in jail. And then this part was pretty straightforward. Don't need to mention that. Forced trauma. I think this like was meant to be like a play on like both, right? So She's got the kick, punt, force trauma, blunt, so blunt force trauma. Yeah, I don't think there's much more here. Like, I'll try not to. I'm stopping way too much already. I feel a lot of pressure. I feel like I need to make sure I'm trying to catch everything, but I shouldn't overstop. So if it's stuff that's kind of like more obvious and not really like you know, too complicated, I'll try not to mention it.
I'm in the front.
From now.
You need a job, this ain't cutting it. Nicki Minaj is who you ain't fucking with. You little bragger, I beat you with a padlock. I am a movie, camera block.
Ooh, I really like what the instrumental did there.
Bitch, I'm in the front. You need a job, this ain't cutting it. Nicki Minaj is who you ain't fucking with. You little bragger, I beat you with a padlock. I am a movie, camera block. You out of work, I know it's tough, but enough is enough.
Like a dungeon dragon, 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 like a dungeon dragon.
Is this the chorus?
Like a dungeon dragon, like a dungeon dragon, like a dungeon dragon.
I like it. It's very simple. It's very simple. It goes really well with the beat. And you guys know how I feel about simple choruses. Like, I've said this a bunch. When your verses are super bar heavy, I think it's a really great tool to have a simple chorus, because if your listener never gets a break. So if your chorus also comes the same way that your verses do, and this is a criticism I can give to Eminem. He's one of my favorite rappers. Like, I think top 2 or 3 for me. I have a hard time placing exactly, because I'm big fans. I'm a big fan of a number of guys, but he does it sometimes where like his chorus is not a break from the verse because he keeps it bar heavy, or he keeps the delivery aggressive or whatever. And I think sometimes doing this is very clever. So that's a great move for me as a listener to this song. I think that was awesome.
Like a dungeon dragon, like a dungeon dragon.
I ain't even S&M, but my whip's off the chain. A little drop of candy paint drips off the frame. Twisted ass mine, got a pencil for a brain and a razor for a head, fucking pencil for a frame.
He's coming in very early, so I'm gonna assume that Nicki Minaj is probably gonna come back in. Is gonna be my guess, because this is very early and there's a lot of song left. And if this is 11 years ago, this is not like nowadays. There's times where Eminem will come on early and he's just gonna have like a friggin' 2-minute verse, which is very, very long for a verse. But back then, I don't think it was really as common. So I'm gonna assume that Nicki's gonna come back. And if she's going to come back, I'm assuming the second time when she comes back, she's going to come even harder than her first verse. I'm not into S&M, but my whip's off the chain. Whips and chains, S&M. My whip's off the chain. My car's really cool. A little drop of candy paint drips off the frame. He's had a few like candy paint references. I was trying to think what other one there was. I think there was a song with T.I. where he mentioned it as well. But twisted ass mind, got a pretzel for a brain. Because pretzels are twisted mind. Okay, eraser for a head, eraser head. That's just like talking about head shape. Like it's also like a common way to like refer to somebody. Like you could call them eraser head, and then pencil for a frame. So like skinny. Okay.
You don't like it, then pill off, bitch. Every last woman on earth I'll kill off, and I still wouldn't fuck you, slut. So wipe the smile on your grill off. I swear to God, I'll piss a Happy Meal off. Get the wheels turning, spin a wheel off. Snap the axle in half, bust the tie rod. Quit hollering, why God? He ain't got shit to do with it. Bygones will never be bygones. The world ain't finished swallowing my wad. I ain't finished blowing it. Nice bra.
Okay, so he's going into like a little bit of that faster delivery. It's not crazy fast. Again, this says 11 years ago. I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe it's even older, but if that's accurate, like this was kind of when he was very selective about when he would go faster, when he wouldn't, and he wasn't quite at those like hyper speed verses yet either. So this is kind of like what was considered fast flows back then when he would deliver. Yeah, so this is like very Eminem right here. If every last woman on earth I'd kill off, I still wouldn't F you. Very Eminem here. Wipe the smile on your grill off. I'll piss a Happy Meal off. He does a lot of Happy Meal references too. I've heard like 3 or 4 verses where he's mentioned Happy Meal. But the smile on your grill, so your mouth, but the smile on your grill because you cook burgers and stuff on a grill, and McDonald's like with the smile, so the Happy Meal. So it's just like if you piss a Happy Meal off, it's not going to be smiling anymore. Wipe the smile off your grill. It's just little stuff that's very intricate that he does. This is just his style. That was dope. That was really dope. And then this next part, what I was going to point out is the delivery here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it. These are references to car parts, so axle, tie rod, but like nothing crazy double here. But this part, I was going to mention the delivery. So let's play that
wheels
part.
Turn and spin a wheel off, snap the axle in half, bust the tie rod. Quit hollering, why God, he ain't got shit to do with it. Bygones.
See, so this is something he does really well. He said this line, and tie rod was the end of the line. And now the line that goes with tie rod, the rhyme that goes with it, is going to end up in the middle of the next sentence, right? So typically you would expect that it's an end rhyme, so it's going to get rhymed again at the end of the next one. But this is something he's really good at. He switched it up where this is at the end. He delivers why God in the middle, and then he delivers bygones at the beginning and in the middle, but he doesn't end with those end rhymes. And it's just really cool because it breaks up the natural structure that you expect, the natural place that you expect. It's not happening there, and it just gives you something more interesting to listen to.
So never be bygones, the world ain't finished swallowing my wad. I ain't finished blowing it. Nice bra, hope it'll fit a tough titty, bitch. Life's hard, I swear to God, life is a dumb blonde white broad with fake tits and a bad tie job. Just spit in my fucking face and call me a fucking tightwad.
So, this is because this is like a play on the idiom of like, you know. So he's saying life's hard. I swear to God, life is a dumb blonde white broad with fake tits and bad dye job. This whole part here, this whole explanation of this girl, is an explanation of the idiom life is a. Listen, I don't normally refer to women like this. I'm just gonna say it because it's hard for me to. It's just a saying. So life is a bitch. So. You know, this whole thing is supposed to be the description of a girl so that it's the idiom life is a bee, right? Yeah, that's that. I mean, again, this is just something that he does as well, very well.
Hey, bitch, life's hard, I swear to God, life is a dumb blonde white broad with fake tits and a bad tie job. Just spit in my fucking face and call me a fucking tightwad. So finally I broke down and bought her an iPod and caught her stealing my music. So I tied her arms and legs to the bed, set up the camera and pissed twice on her. Look, 2 peas in a tripod.
So the other thing about him is that he does a lot of like R. Kelly references as well, and this is definitely a reference to the R. Kelly situation, 100%. You know, he's not afraid to like piss people off or offend people, which I think is kind of like nice in an artist. Like in I like it in comedians as well, where you just accept. Sorry, I got a motion notification at the new house, just checking. But this is hilarious. I broke down, bought her an iPod, caught her stealing my music. That's hilarious. And then 2 peas in a tripod. So set up the camera, pissed twice on her, peed twice, 2 peas in a tripod, 2 peas in a pod, tripod because he's filming it camera. It's just like clever setups and stuff. I like it.
Bought her an iPod and caught her stealing my music. So I tied her arms and legs to the bed, set up the camera and pissed twice on her. Look, 2 peas in a tripod. The moral to the story is life's treating you like dry side. Kick it back in his face. My God, a shady and Nicki Minaj. You might find the sight quite odd, but don't ask why, bitch. That's why no. World, it's my punching bag and if I'm...
I think he's going to do a different play on the chorus there because it definitely sounded like the chorus, but it sounded like he's saying something different there. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's anything for me to see here, but I don't think so. Yeah, okay, here we go.
Find a sight quite odd, but don't ask why, bitch. That's why no. World, it's my punching bag.
I agree. Sorry, there is something there. That's Shady and Nicki Minaj. You might find the sight quite odd. So he's saying like you might not expect us to do a song together, especially considering this is Nicki Minaj's first album, right? And Eminem, I think, is very selective about features in terms of like who he does songs with or who does songs for him on his albums. And sometimes we get albums from him with no features, right? So he is very selective about who he works with. So I think this is basically a cosign. He's basically saying like, why not? Like she's legit. That's, to me, that's what that line means. That's awesome. I'm glad that that's in there.
Now, you might find the sight quite odd, but don't ask why, bitch. That's why the world is my punching bag. And if I'm garbage, you're a bunch of maggots. Make that face go on, scrunching up at me. Show me the target so I can lunge and attack it like a dungeon dragon. You fell off. They must have pumped your wagon. You must have went off the back. I'm about to go off the deep and told you to stay in your lane. You just jumped in traffic.
I love that too. I love when he can take a flow. So he just took that simple flow for the I'm a dungeon dragon, and he's putting actual words into it, right? Instead of just doing that. So awesome. I love that. I love the skill, the ability to do that and match the flow perfectly with still having these other words in here. And this is all very Eminem too, right? The world is my punching bag. I'm garbage. You're a bunch of maggots. Like, this is all very, very Eminem. If you've heard a lot of his music, like, this is the type of stuff. And then make that face crunch it at me. Show me the target so I can lunge and attack it. Dungeon dragon, lunge and attack it, right? So like a dungeon dragon. You fell off, must have bumped your wagon. Like, you fell off the wagon because they bumped it. You must have went off the back. I'm about to go off the deep end. I told you to stay in your lane. You just choked in traffic. Okay, cool. Nicki's about to come back in. So.
Is this the thanks that I get for putting you bitches on? Is it my fault that all of you bitches gone? Should've sent a thank you note, you little hoe. Now I'ma wrap your coffin with a bow.
Nicki, she just mad cause you took the spot.
Word that bitch mad cause I took the spot. Well, bitch, if you ain't shitting, then get off the pot. Got some niggas out in Brooklyn that'll off your top. I hear the mumbling, I hear the cackling. I got them scared, shook, panicking. Overseas, church, Vatican. You at a stand still, mannequin.
Damn, let's pull it back. There's a lot going on, but I didn't want to stop it because her flow on this one is on this verse. I really like it. She's like almost in attack mode now. It's like going for it, right? Which I expected would happen after Eminem. It's like, you know, you got to come back in and then deliver a little bit higher. This was nasty. Now I'm gonna wrap your coffin with a bow. Like, this whole thing, but this line really caught my attention. And then in this part, if you ain't shitting, then get off the pot. That line took it for me in this section right here. And then this is just showing the connect, right? It got some guys out in Brooklyn that'll off your top. And then I hear the mumbling, I hear the cackling. I got him scared, shook, panicking. I really like the delivery on this. And then overseas, church, Vatican, you at a stand, still, mannequin. Listen, there's a couple different ways, right? So stand still, like you're not moving, like a mannequin wouldn't move, but you're at a stand, still, mannequin. And mannequins can be placed on a stand, so you're on a stand still because you're a mannequin, like that, right? So it was really dope to see that, and the delivery on here was amazing. Let's bring it back.
Off your top. I hear the mumbling, I hear the cackling. I got them scared, shook, panicking. Overseas, church, Vatican. You at a stand still, mannequin. You wanna sleep on me overnight? I'm the motherfucking boss, overright. And when I pull up, vroom, motorbike. Now all my niggas get bucked, overbite. I see
like buck tooth, bucked, overbite. And then this was all just like definitely getting some clever wordplay here and stuff over here, but that was nice. That was nice.
Right, and when I pull up, vroom, motorbike. Now all my niggas get bucked, overbite. I see them dusty ass felines, Levi's, raggedy ass, holes in your knee highs. I call it play. Now do you see why these bitches calling me Manning Eli?
Dusty ass Fila's, Levi's. Dang, that's messed up, man. I have Levi's. I don't know if I ever have Fila's, but listen, not all of us can afford really nice, expensive stuff, but I'm assuming she's not talking about us. She's talking about the other rappers, famous people that are in that type of branding. That's how I'm going to take it. I'm not going to take it personally. And then raggedy ass, holes in your knee highs. That's messed up. I called the play. Now you see why they're calling me Manning Eli. They call me the quarterback, the leader, the general in the field. Like that's that position, right? That's dope. And I think he played for the Giants because she's from New York. So there's an extra one there.
These bitches calling me Manning Eli. Manning
All you little faggots can suck it. No homo, but I'ma stick it to him like.
So this is something that that Eminem does a lot. I am not going to reference that word. Times have changed. We should not really be using that word. But, you know, obviously it does get used in artistic forms. So we're just not going to reference that part. But I didn't realize he was going to come back in. I thought it was going to be Nicki to close it out. They might do a back and forth thing here. I don't know. Let's see. Nicki just went. Eminem's going right in. Let's see what's going on.
All you little faggots can suck it. No homo, but I'ma stick it to him like refrigerator magnets. And I'm crooked enough to make straight jackets big. Yeah, look who's...
So stick it to a magnet. It's pretty straightforward. But here, I'm crooked enough to make straight jackets bend. And it's just like, if you actually thought about a straight jacket, of course it bends. Like, it's not a piece of metal, right? Like, they wrap it around you. It's just to immobilize you. The whole point of this is that he's taking two words, specifically straight and crooked, and using the definition of that outside of the context of what he's actually talking about to show the opposite nature. This is something else that Eminem does a lot. And so if something straight is crooked, it would be bent, right? That's the whole point of that line right there.
All you little faggots can suck it. No homo, but I'ma stick it to him like refrigerator magnets. And I'm crooked enough to make straight jackets big. Yeah, look who's back again, bitch. Keep acting as if you have the same passion I have. Yeah, right, still hungry, my ass. You astics had gastric bypass. Ain't hot enough to set fire to dry grass.
Stop acting like you have the same passion I have. He talks about this a lot too. He's very passionate about hip hop. If you saw his Hall of Fame acceptance, this guy will show you that he lives, breathes, eats hip hop and hip hop history. Like, it is all encompassing in his life. So we can't deny that. But yeah, right. Still hungry, my ass. So he's saying, you're still hungry, my ass. You ass dicks had gastric bypass. So you have gastric bypass. I believe what they do is they'll go in and they'll like stitch your stomach to a smaller size. I believe that's what the surgery does. So that's what he's saying. How can you still be hungry when your stomach is like this small? That's the whole, oh man.
Yeah, right, still hungry, my ass. You astics had gastric bypass. Ain't hot enough to set fire to dry grass. And about as violent as hair on eyelids. We'll take a flying leap of faith off a fucking balcony for a shovel falcon wing up your fly ass. You know what time it is to why ass when Shady and Nicki's world's clashing.
Bro, let me point a couple things out to you real quick. Ain't hot enough to set fire to dry grass. Remember the end of his verse? He said something about dry sod. That's not a mistake, right? We're referencing back to the way he finished his first section on this song. Violent as hair on eyelids. Eyelash, but eyelash, like you take a lash and you lash somebody with like a whip, right? You lash somebody. Damn, that was nasty. Go take a flying leap of faith off a fucking balcony. Oh my gosh, I just said a swear word. I hadn't said a swear word in a long time. Not that level of swear word. No, actually, I don't think I've ever said that level of swear word on the YouTube videos. But there it is. Sorry. Before I shove a falcon wing up your fly ass.
Hair on eyelids. We'll take a flying leap of faith off a fucking balcony for a shovel falcon wing up your fly ass. You know what time it is to why ass when Shady and Nicki's world's clashing.
That was dope. It's high class meets white trash. So he's saying Nicki Minaj is high class and he's white trash. That's dope.
Like a dungeon dragon, 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 like a dungeon dragon.
Roman, stop it, you've gone mad, I tell you, mad. You and this boy Slim Shady, what's going on? They'll lock you away, they'll put you in a jail cell. I promise, take your mother's warning, Roman, please. Back to bed, run along, let's go. Come on, wash your mouth out with soap, boys.
I need to. Wow. Yeah, that was great. We are at a 25-minute video, which, are we surprised? We got Nicki Minaj and Eminem. This was bound to be a hard one for me to do. Hopefully I did it justice. Hopefully I did a good job. That was great. I definitely want to check out more. I believe somebody said there's another track they've done together called Majesty. I feel like I've heard of that song. Anyways, we'll get to it. You guys let me know down in the comments. If you're still here with me, I appreciate you spending your time. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.